Oh my goodness, check out that beautiful castle. We're going inside the grounds very soon. Are you excited? Are you excited?
I was excited until he started singing.
Oh my goodness, let's check out the castle. Wah, 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 wah. A little tiny bit drizzly, but it's all good. About 9:40 on Monday morning, we were making the drive out of Gdansk, heading towards Malbork Castle. It was a nice drive, first real driving in Poland, very interesting. And then, about an hour or so later, we arrived at Malbork Castle. Oh! Look at that! Malbork Castle, in all its grandeur right in front of you, is the largest castle in the world measured by land area. It is definitely something you should check out. I don't know. You can always come back. This parking area right here on the left is where we parked, but since we did not know any better, we did drive across the river to see what was going on in town and if there was better parking that way. We figured this one was a little better actually, and came back and walked over the river instead. We are here at the beginning of an adventure. We don't know exactly what we're doing, but it's going to be fun.
Follow the Polish trail.
Follow the Polish trail. Follow the Polish trail. Go left, young man. Go left. Got a nice little bridge walking here. Malbork Castle was constructed in the 132 years between 1274 and 1406. The castle is a classic example of a medieval fortress, and upon its completion in 1406, was the world's largest brick castle. From here it looks big, but holy crap, when we get there, it's gonna be even bigger. Oh my goodness. These grounds are freaking huge. Huge, I say. UNESCO designated the Castle of the Teutonic Order in Malbork and the Malbork Castle Museum a World Heritage Site in December 1997. So, this is impressive.
It's a pretty big castle.
Wow. This is pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. I love the reflection in the water too. I like it. Still shot. Boop. I think we're on the castle grounds. Castle grounds. There's a ticket office, but I don't think there's really any tickets today.
Ooh, yours said a
Closed
restaurant
Monday.
open.
Ah.
So perhaps later we may have a bite here.
Have a little lunch.
Perhaps.
Eat in the castle. That's cool. You want to take a quick look at the menu? Man. Yay, Yankee hat. Impressive. Yeah. Imagine taking your dog for a walk in a castle. Yeah, just walking around an old Polish castle.
You know, just getting our steps in for the day.
As you do on a random Monday. You know.
Which, fun fact, the grounds are free on Mondays.
There was a thing right there where somebody was doing tickets. I don't know what's going on. We've read conflicting things about.
Right, you may have to pay to go in the building, but the
we didn't think it was even open on Monday, so we're gonna see what's going on. Can you see that statue in there? Is that like a church in there?
Probably.
And that's I'm assuming that's the chapel within the castle.
I can get the translation.
Use your best Polish. And that's what that is. The Madonna.
The statue of Madonna of Malbork was created around 1340. It was made by the builders of the Teutonic Order from artificial stones during the works related to the expansion of the castle chapel of the Blessed Virgin Mary, which had been ongoing since 1331.
Okay. It was somewhat destroyed. Oh, 1945, look at that. They redid it though. Damn. That's sad. Very, very sad. The worst part about parking on the other side was not the parking itself. That was wonderful. Not the view coming in. That was wonderful. Was being far from the ticket office. So we saw a decent amount before we knew what we were actually looking at. But since it was Monday, once we got to the ticket office, we got our free audio guide in English, and we got tickets to be able to go into that inner circle, which you will see in a moment. Oh yeah. So apparently, if you were an uninvited guest back in the day, right over this door is a walled up section with like a bay window that they would have thrown rocks, boiled water, hot oil, whatever, all kinds of crazy things on top of you to not let you in. And that metal grate in there is so heavy you'd have to use chains from the inside to lift it up. So you ain't getting in. And, you know, if you got across the moat, which would be a hard thing to do anyway. So many different defensive strategies. And this castle was never overtaken once. Never. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. Thank you. Mind the step, please. Mind the step.
Tak? Dokładnie. No. Na razie, hej. Dobra. Idę po jedzonko, idę na... Bo później nie wiem. Ale... Dobra.
3 different gates. So this door would be open to let people in. If you needed more stuff, you have the big, huge thing that would be open for the horses. The horses would be having carts which go on these flat stones. Then you have this big iron gate that you need those chains to open up. And then there's more gates on the other side. So it's a very strong thing, but no one ever got this far. So they didn't quite need it. That big door may seem incomplete, but that's because you got this part right here that would let people through. But you need the big gate for the horses and the carts and everything. Damn. Look at that. The high castle. Damn. There's the east wing, guest rooms. It's, I guess, the hotel of the castle. Here's the west wing, refectory, meals. And there's a restaurant in there right now. The former baths inside now hosts a gift shop. The Order of the Teutonic Knights of the St. Mary's Hospital, something or other. Holy crap, long name. But here we are, from the Crusades for a Christian hospital all the way till this. 4 Grand Masters of the Order. Hermann von Seltzer right there. There you go. There's Sigrid von Fockwangden. Moved them to Malbork. Winrich von Knipprod. Albrecht Hochhausen.
To znaczy, jak ja się tutaj pożegnam, to możecie się wrócić i porobić sobie zdjęcia, sesję zdjęciową. Chyba bez problemu tutaj traficie z powrotem. Tylko będziecie musieli odwrotnie pójść.
These balls are counterweights to lift the drawbridge. These balls with the castle to counterweights, that still works to do that drawbridge today. Still effective. Many years ago. Almost 800 years old, still works.
The bridge behind us, turn left to the double doors. Is this the double doors?
It's a single door, yeah. Do you see some tower in there? Yep. I'm guessing this is where we go.
Can't even get the
Passageway, high walls both sides. It's a monastery. This is the defense. Architectural details under there. Check that out. That's pretty cool. Different columns. And when we get to the end, we're turning right into the chapel behind that 8-meter huge Mary and Child. Here we go towards the chapel. The Saint Anne Chapel, and there's Grand Masters buried in here. 12 of them. I believe this section is a cemetery. Got the different tombstones here. Look at all of these details, architectural details. Those are from like Gdansk and other places, these tombstones. Came later. Rose garden. 3 meters thick that wall is. I like how they fill all these niches with different architectural details that have been found and preserved. Got a nice big crack in that wall, damn. Ravages of time. The ravages of time. Going up into this. Entering the high castle. Going into the monastery, the monastic section. Here's the courtyard. Wow. Is this a well? It's a well. Whoa. Holy shit. Mead and ale were the most common beverages. The granary held all the food. That first floor was all the bedrooms for the monastic community. There's a pelican feeding its young up on top of the well roof. So the pelican, there's like an old tale that the pelican would feed the babies with its own blood and then die when it got tired and could not sustain itself anymore. And that's supposed to be a reminder of Jesus and all of that. We worked up an appetite with all of that walking and exploring. Is there a better place to eat lunch? I don't know. It was excellent. Bardzo smaczna, excellent meal. Love it. Please continue watching to see the rest of our Poland adventure. We're off to Bydgoszcz next. See you then. Please enjoy a couple extra pictures of our stay. As always, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Why haven't you? And we'll see you on the next adventure. Where should we go next?